Freedom's greetings, Helldivers. Eravin here to bring you my best tips and tricks for combating the all-new sub-faction of Terminids, the Predator Brood. This new hyper-aggressive sub-faction, home to some all-new gloom-enhanced Terminids, has been giving our Helldivers a run for their money on Fenrir 3. But I've been fighting off this new threat all day, once again compromising my non-existent sleep schedule, so that I could bring you everything you need to combat them, no problem, just like any other bug operation. If you watch this whole video and get nothing out of it, be sure to dislike the video, as I've wasted your time and that's not cool. If I do manage to teach you something new, though, or help you out, might as well like the video and sub to the channel for more informative content like this in the future. With the introduction concluded, though, on with the tips. First, let's talk about what sets these bugs apart from the norm. The new Predator Stalker and Predator Hunter variants have been added into the spawns when combating this faction, and judging by the description of this faction mentioning their ambush tactics and going unseen, it seems like their current cloaking capabilities, at least to me, are bugged at the moment, no pun intended. Specifically, the Predator Stalkers do not currently seem capable of cloaking under any circumstances at all, from what I've seen. And the Predator Hunters only seem to cloak when first spotting a Helldiver or when severely wounded, but not during either of their actual approaches. So don't be shocked if you wake up Tuesday morning to a hotfix fully implementing their cloaking capability, fully only uncloaking when getting within 20 meters of a Helldiver. For now, though, the cloaking does not seem to be an issue whatsoever. Otherwise, the Predator Hunter is very similar in nature to a standard hunter, although it seems its AI tries to go for harder flanks than a standard hunter, attempting to take you from wider angles before engaging. This could end up just being a placebo, but from the combat experience I've had thus far, it did seem that this faction makes a greater effort to flank your position than your standard variety. So keep your head on a swivel when combating them and make sure to ping out those incoming enemy patrols your ally might have missed before they turn into a Terminid Happy Meal. To further elaborate on the Predator Hunter, comparatively, they deal more damage than a standard hunter, and instead of trying to slap you with their tongue as a follow up to a claw swipe, they instead spit acid at you, sometimes causing the concussive screen effect as well as a heavy acid slow. As there is one more common enemy in the mix on top of the usual spewers and bile titans, this provides an excellent excuse to bust out the kill zone armor suits if you have them to take advantage of the acid resistance on those suits. Mobility Enhancement Booster is also going to give you an edge here as it reduces the slowdown from all bug acid by 80%, making it nearly irrelevant to you while you have it active. The Predator Stalker, on the other hand, is in all ways a downgrade from a normal Stalker, especially because they aren't currently cloaking at all. They take less damage to bring down, they have no ability to jump away and regenerate, and they even approach us slower than a normal Stalker. The only thing that makes them more threatening than your run of the mill bug operation is their numbers, as unlike the standard Stalker, these ones are spawning into your maps and bug breaches whenever they like, cranking up the aggression on your encounters on average. Overall, this makes the Predator Brood constellation very aggro and rushdown centric with how they fight against us. But we have always had plenty of tools to counter the style, as it's basically just doubling down on what you normally see from the pre 710. Meaning, crowd control weapons, as per usual, are going to shine the brightest against this new threat. Weapons like the Arc 12 Blitzer, with its infinite ammo, good breakpoints, and stun locking potential, paired with the personal shield generator, will have you feeling damn near untouchable as per usual against the predators. Same as if you were to bring the Halt shotgun with its unique stun and flechette ammo, swap mechanics, which also make light work of the faction while sporting Charger's stun utility. If neither of these weapons sound good to you, though, or you're just bored of using them already, then throw on the recently buffed Tox Dog Breath Guard Dog. I've nicknamed the Stink Bug for simplicity. With its buff, the Stink Bug has become a stalwart ally against this new threat, able to handle the crowd control while you focus your primary weapon on a high DPS counterpart instead. Or double down on the crowd control and bring a heavy staggering primary anyway of your choice, as you really can't go wrong here as long as you're packing some crowd control capability somewhere in that loadout. As far as weaknesses go, I wish I had something more interesting to report here, but these new variants are really just still a case of shoot 'em in the head or the body in the case of the hunter. Notably, though, due to the stalker not having a regen mechanic, its limbs are separate health pools, unlike a standard stalker. Meaning, if it loses its front legs, it will go down noticeably faster than the standard stalker would under the same circumstances. Keep in mind, though, you are still going to have plenty of chargers and bile titans to deal with, though, so don't do away with anti tank capability entirely. Still going to need to account for the big fellas with your loadout. My personal favorite for many patches now is still the Quasar cannon, due to it not taking your backpack slot and having infinite ammo on a recharge that just so happens to line up with your anti tank requirements more often than not during these missions. There are also currently no other Predator strain specific enemies, but it was hard not to notice a lacking number of Alpha Warriors compared to what's normal, leading me to believe a Predator Warrior would make sense in the slot sometime in the near future. At least that's my speculation, as only adding two new enemies for this Predator strain just doesn't seem to be hitting the mark, in my opinion. Also, as neither of these new, now very common enemies have any armor beyond the Stalker's light armored pack, the overall armor of the Predator Brood is a tad lower than normal. And with machine gun and Gatling turrets having received a cooldown buff recently while having no regard for visibility, gloom, spores, or not, they make great additions to any loadout heading into a Predator operation, as they are a surefire way to lock down an area. Not to mention, even if new bugs get patched to make better use of their cloaking capabilities, turrets are going to bait them into uncloaking and come out on top every single time. The Tesla Tower also functioning as a stalwart ally against the Brood, locking down zones as long as you manage to take out the Titans and Chargers that could otherwise do away with it. If you can do that, then the Tesla Tower will be staying up pretty much the entire match, as the rest of the Brood just doesn't really even stand a chance against them. That is going to do it for my quick tips and tricks. So, how did I do? Did I manage to help you out, or has my sleep deprivation finally caught up with me and I wasted your time? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as what you're thinking about this new Predator Brood. Personally, I feel like they're a little bit underwhelming. Thank you to my coffee supporters who help keep the channel going, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you next time.
Just imagine.
Get in, get in, get in.
You get in.
just imagine like running by the harvester. Just get. I think
Wait,
we all,
what? We all just died.
Yeah, I think the ship flew through a warp ship, and I guess we like died to the impact. Yeah.
Okay.